The oral communication system on the planet is flawed. It's been broken for thousands of years. And the reason is that oral communication is taught to be just about words. People talk, but they just talk words. Often their words have no impact on the listener. Words don't move people. Emotions move people. You can move people emotionally with the sound of your voice. People remember the sound of your voice and their emotional response more than your words. Words are overrated and sound is underrated. And there's no place that is more prevalent where communication is flawed than in the legal profession. It's all about words, facts, laws, and so many details. Words, words, and more words. Word communication is going on in trials in the legal profession. The lawyer is speaking up, trying to influence a judge, the jury. They're trying to influence even the client to say yes to hire them in the first place and to advertise to get clients. The way that lawyers and others use their voice and their oral communication is flawed because there's just no emotion in it. It's all word-based. But there's a new system called deep communication, which is emotional sound-based, and that's what we're teaching. I am Jim Nissing, and I'm an attorney, and I know to move people, you must move people emotionally. People don't just listen for logic and words, they listen for emotion, and that's also how the brain works. The amygdala in the brain is like a gatekeeper, and if the message isn't emotional, it's just not going to get through to the prefrontal cortex, and that's where you make decisions. The legal profession as a whole has fallen into this misconception that if I present the right words and if I said that these were the facts, that would move people emotionally to agree with me or my client, and the verdict would go in my favor and my client's favor. That just doesn't work. However, we're introducing a new system of oral communication that gives the lawyer and everyone else the skill set to move people emotionally, to communicate on an emotional level so that the jury, the clients, the spectators, and even the press are moved emotionally. The problem that's not being solved is that lawyers are communicating logically instead of emotionally, and thus they're not moving people emotionally. I can help lawyers create a balance of displaying all the facts, the law, and all the details, but housing it in an emotional presentation that makes the jurors like you, care about you, trust you, believe you, and listen to you. But it's not just about lawyers. It's any person in any field that just uses words. What about you? Are you happy about the influence that you have with other people? Do people listen to you? Can they understand you? Do you have a soft voice that no one can hear? Do you have a nasal voice? Do you end your sentences like this? Do you have a loud voice that people think you're angry all the time? Do you project your voice? Do you even like your voice? If you could, what would you like to change about your voice? We have to learn to move people emotionally with our communication. And I'm so grateful that I've learned the Roger Love method of emotional sound-based communication. I've studied with him, and I'm certified by him to teach the best vocal techniques in the world. Roger is literally the best voice coach in the world. His clients are Bradley Cooper, Tony Robbins, John Mayer, Selena Gomez, Gwen Stefani, Brendan Burchard, Jeff Bridges, Reese Witherspoon, Tyra Banks, and countless others, including myself. I've learned from the best, and I can share my knowledge with you. I can show you emotional sound-based communication and how it applies to your life. I can coach you to have a voice of emotion, and I can guarantee the quality of your life will improve when you can move people, influence people, and communicate with your family, friends, and business associates. You can use your voice to reach millions of people and make your audience trust you, believe you, like you, and connect with you. Based on what they hear, people decide whether they want to pay attention, hand you money, be moved by your message, or fall in love with you and what you have to offer. Just go to themasterdealmaker.com to schedule a free discovery call with me to assess your voice and emotional communication.